Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Yeah. It's Thursday, baby. It's the best time of year in sports. Super Bowl, Phoenix Open, madness around the corner. MLB spring training less than 2 weeks away. Opening day exactly 7 weeks from today. 49 days. I don't know why I thought I could do a 40 and a 9. 49 days away from opening day. Geeked about the MLB season. Today I do have a jam-packed show. I want to talk a little NBA. Got the Big East right here. Bracket breakdowns. I'm gonna break down the 5 teams out of the Big East. I'm pretty sure all 5 of these teams will make the tourney. I also want to talk a little women's college hoops for just a teensy weensy second. And I want to touch on the Cam Thomas, one of my favorite players. Honestly, I watched every game of this kid's collegiate career, and I was geeked about him going to the NBA. However, I thought he'd be one of those players who I never heard of or saw again. And this week, boy, oh boy, feel like a proud fan, father, fan. I feel like he'll slap the hell out of me if I call myself his father. But first, before I get into any of that, the blockbuster trade that happened while half of America was sleeping. The blockbuster trade that will turn the Phoenix Suns into the blockbuster of the NBA, which means they'll be out of business and dead in less than 2 years. Honestly, my own opinion here, one of the worst trades I've ever seen. Traded the whole future of a franchise away for an old, hurt, liability on defense of a superstar who never once in his career has been able to lead a team to winning. Even back in the early OKC days, looking back on it is crazy because at the time everybody was like, all Russell gotta do is get out the way. But if Russell wasn't pushing that pace, KD would have never led them anywhere. They wouldn't have made the 2012 finals without Harden and Westbrook. He wouldn't have 2 rings without Curry. And look what happened in Brooklyn. To trade away Johnson, who's turning into a superstar, to turn away Bridges, who is a above average defender, an excellent defender, and above average on offense, plus 4 first round picks over the next 6 years. I ain't gonna lie to you. They took their window of winning the championship and left it at a crack. This team is now a defensive liability. And I'm going to be honest, in basketball, as pretty as it is, you will never beat anybody with pull-up jump shots. And now you have Booker and Durant, who's going to take turns pulling up with these jump shots. You also have Ayton, who's soft as a morning buffet. I'm talking waffles, pancakes, fluffy eggs, maybe a little biscuit, a little gravy. The kid's soft, pastry, muffins. And add that with the Chris Paul, who, as I wrote earlier in the article, closer to his Hall of Fame speech than his prime. Recipe for disaster in Phoenix. Nobody's going to play defense on that team except for TJ Warren, I guess. It's their I don't know what they're planning on doing. I don't even know if they make the playoffs at this point, much less get out of the first round. Win. As assembled before this trip. Oh, Lordy. I thought they had a chance to make a run to at least the Western Conference Finals. However, we'll have to see. Wait and see. As a fan of the Phoenix Suns, I hope I swallow every one of these words. I really do. However, I just think it's a horrible move for a franchise. I mean, they traded the future away. It's win now or bust. They have about a 2 to 3 year window, maybe, of this team being together. I don't know. When before, in 2 or 3 years, all these young players will probably be hitting their prime. I've been saying all season, and this is not popular opinion, Chris Paul's my dog. Love the man to death. He's not a starting point guard in the NBA anymore. They need somebody that can push the pace. I think he'd be a great, and I know it sounds disrespectful, but I think he'd be great off of the bench. Chris Paul coming in to run the second unit. Could you imagine? Say the starters come out, close game, 2 points, up or down. Chris Paul comes in, 16-4 run. Starters come back in with a 12-point lead. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to say this without sounding cocky. I don't know who I am, what I am, but I do know basketball. I know a little bit of baseball, but I do know basketball. Basketball is the sport that I put my blood, sweat, and tears into. Now it's a little longer, but 5 years ago, 90% of my life went to basketball. From 5 to 24. I just don't see how this trade elevates them at all. It's great 24 hours of hype for the city. Kevin. He's going to sell 100,000 jerseys overnight. I just don't like it. 3 years from now, I don't think the city of Phoenix will like it either. Durant has never... one last thing I'm going to say. Kevin Durant has never fulfilled his potential. OKC, who was young, take that off the board. You go to the Warriors, nothing but drama. Yeah, they still won 2 rings, but I mean, come on. They would have probably won them 2 rings without your big dog. And then you go to Brooklyn, and I know it's not your fault, man. You're not an alpha dog, bro. It's not your fault. You just want to hoop, bro. I get it. You remind me of my favorite player back in the day, Carmelo Anthony. Just want to hoop, bro. Just want to go out there, put up some mid-range jump shots, hit your little trap back on defense. I get it, bro. I know. You're not a competitor. However, that pin's gone for the whole episode. No way I'm reaching that. Holy coyotes, it's in the kitchen. Moving on. Brooklyn Nets, they just traded Kevin Durant. Before the trade happened, I was going to open the show. I didn't even do the intro yet. You're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs, going live on February 9th. It's a Thursday. Uno más dia to the weekend. One more day. Phoenix Open starts today. I am excited about it. We'll probably be watching golf and playing video games all day on this beautiful Thursday. Although I'd rather be working. Cam Thomas. I guess I touched on it already. 40 plus points in 3 games straight. First player to do it since Lee Trash. No, I'm playing. LeBron James. I don't know, man. I don't know why that's exciting. I don't know, man. I'm totally lost on what I was about to get into. This Kevin Durant trade that I woke up to about 2 hours ago has completely flustered this show. I'm already 10 minutes in and 12 minutes behind. honestly, I haven't even wrote down any of my picks for today. I was looking at it last night, and I got a few on my mind. I'm gonna have to go through it live and just talk about it. Hats off to Cam Thomas, man. That boy is gonna be a star in this league. Honestly, the Brooklyn Nets just sit there. Brooklyn Nets, baby, 2025 NBA champs. Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Cam Thomas. Who else they got over there? I know they got some other young bucks. First round picks galore. They gonna be nice, bruh. Can't forget about my dog, the Australian assassin, Ben Simmons. That's a joke, people. I say the Australian assassin because I don't even let that boy rep LSU, even though he went there. That boy was goat cheese at LSU. I don't know how he got drafted. However, moving on. Let's get into this bracket breakdown. I'm trying not to give y'all an hour show, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to curse, but bleep them. All right, we're doing the Big East today. I'm breaking down the tourney. February. I'm wide up today, baby. February 9th, man. A little over a month away from Selection Sunday. I believe it's about... The map don't seem like it's right, though. But I guess it is. 33, 34 days, something like that, till Selection Sunday. That's about a month away, baby. I think there's about 6-7 games left in this regular season, and then championship week. Can't wait to watch some conference tourneys. Last night they were doing it a little early. I thought, but they were like, if the season ended today, Bob. They put the graphic up. This will be what the ACC tournament looks like. And I'm like, bro, that's still a whole month, bro. Just all this gonna get shooken up. But anyway, sorry. Big East basketball, baby. I'm gonna start with my favorite team in the Big East. I'm gonna say that about all these teams. All these teams, I love the Big East, man. I wish Orange was still in the Big East. I don't think they survive in it. They some ACC pretty boys. Pretty boys now. Excuse me. Providence, baby. Ed Cooley and the boys. 17-6, 9-3 in conference play. Right now, they are projected to be a 6 seed. I think they'll be anywhere from a 5 seed to an 8 seed. I think their ceiling is a second round. I think they win the first game by literally 1 point and then lose the second game by literally 1 point. However, I could see them going a little further, but it's all about matchups when it gets to the tournament, man. We'll have to wait and see. These are just guesses and projections. The Providence Friars. 12.7 turnovers per game to 14.7 assists. I would like that gap to be a little bigger. They shoot 47% from the field, which is amazing. 34% from 3 and 74% from the free throw line. Average 43 boards, 7 steals, and 5 blocks per game. Average stats. I like the rebounds. I like the field goal percentage. The threes and the free throws could use a little improvement. 7 steals a game is excellent. 5 blocks a game is excellent. Below average pace, however, they're 281st in the nation as far as pace goes. However, they still average close to 80 points. 78.6 points per game, while giving up 68.9 points per game. So about a 10-point differential when this team does win, which seems off, honestly. I feel like Providence is the king of winning 1 to 2 point games. Maybe I need to watch a little more, huh? Probably seen about 4 or 5 Providence games this year. I try to catch every team about 7 times a season. That's kind of how I base my college basketball watching. I mean every team. About twice a week, I go to the small school channels and, let me watch Vermont tonight. Let me see what them boys up to. No, last night I was flipping back and forth between four games. Honestly, I had the Orangemen going, had Iowa State going, had Creighton going. I stuck on Creighton a lot. Stayed on the Michigan game a lot until the over hit, and then I went to the Creighton game. Um, that's about it. I came in here to do these breakdowns, and yeah, spent about 3 hours handicapping last night. So going to be a blast. Anyway, back to this Providence team. Um, Offensive efficiency averaged 1.1 points per possession, 24th in the nation. However, on defense, they fall back to the middle of the pack at 132nd in the nation, giving up 0.99 points per possession. Sorry, Byron City Sports, baby. Whoop, whoop. Kevin Durant trade got my phone blowing up. Offensive efficiency, I just said that. 24th. All right. They're basically a dead average defense. Just got logged out of the sports book for no activity. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. 16 minutes in, I'm just wasting y'all time today. Let's get it. All right. Basically dead average defense, top 10 in offensive boards, however. Standstill action. I don't know if y'all remember how Loyola Chicago made that deep run. I think 2021. They give it to the high post, and then everybody just runs around him, and he hits whoever's open. That's pretty much what this team does. A lot of standstill action with the ball. Just looking for cutters. He's not open. He's not open. Got him. Layup. Oh, whoop, three-pointer. It works, man. Ed Cooley has the system working. Smart basketball players. A lot of backside action while they're standing still. Easy way to beat this team. I don't want to say easy way to beat this team, but don't let them just sit there and pick you apart. If you put some pressure up on the guy with the ball, make him dribble away from the basket, because they'll attack the basket on the dribble. But if you put some nice pressure, make his first initial two dribbles left, right, or back, you can definitely keep this offense stagnant. And as I said, they're a pretty average defense, basically dead average. Part of their offense is offensive boards. I just said that. But that is the best way to beat this team. And I think that's what's going to happen in the tournament. I don't think teams are going to just let them sit there and pick them apart. I think Providence will be forced into making tough shots, and I don't think they make the tough shots over time. Like I said, I think they'll be a 5 or 8 seed. I think they make it to the second round, and then lose in a heartbreak fashion. Moving on to UConn, who is the one-eyed Willie of this Big East conference. They should be the best team in this conference. They should be the best team in the country. They got the players to be the best team in the country. They showed that they can be the best team in the country. However, consistency levels are not there. Not to be biased. I guess bias is the word. I don't know. I love this team. Absolutely love them. However, they make me mad, man. Nobody saw that. All right. UConn, the Huskies. This show feels like the Twilight Zone. I feel like I'm in quicksand. I'm not going nowhere, but I'm looking down and we 20 minutes in. You're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives, breaking down UConn in the Big East for the tournament of March. 19-6, 8-6 in Big East play. Had a horrible January. Opened up the year 14-0. Like I said, number one country. January was horrible for them. I think they won one, lost one, won one, lost one. I think last week was the first time they won 2 games in a row since the new year started. Lord have mercy. I think they're on a 3-game winning streak right now. However, this team has the talent to get to the Elite Eight. Trust me when I say that. I think this team makes it to the Elite Eight. Let me break them down for you guys. They're a 5 seed right now projected. I think they make their way up to a 3 seed. I think they win the Big East tournament and get up to a 3 seed and move Xavier down to a 5 seed, who right now is a 4 seed. Marquette, who's also a 3 seed, I think they get dropped down to a 4 or 5 seed. I think UConn takes the 3 seed line. 12.7 turnovers. Need to get that down a little bit, but I think they can do that. This is the part that's beautiful. 17.5 assists. This team, not only do they know how to pass, they know how to finish. Shooting 46% from the field, 36% from three, 75% from the free throw line, averaging 42 rebounds a game, 6.7 steals, and 4.8 blocks. They have a below average pace. NBA style offense. They don't have to run. They will run. But they have a big man who I think is the most dominant player when he wants to be. He reminds me of DeAndre Ayton. He's a little better than DeAndre, but he has that, like, passive energy. Like, you just shoot it, bro. You ain't got to give it to me. But it's like, dude, no. Duck your man in, get the ball, and dunk it every time. Has the ability to be Shaq-like. However, I don't know. These kids don't want to be great. Not just all these kids in general. They too busy on social media to want to be great. Like I said, below average pace. They average 80 points per game and only give up 65 points per game. 15-point differential. They run when they have a chance. They play off of the post. Have a couple of NBA-style guards. Jordan Hawkins, definitely one of my favorite NBA prospects at the collegiate level. And, I'm sorry, number 44 with the fro. That boy is a dog. I think it's Jackson. I don't know. A bunch of NBA-style guards and shot makers. They make difficult shots. They get late into the shot clock a lot, and it don't faze them. They just pull up in your face if they have to. Dama Sanugo down low, absolute monster. They play through him a lot of success. And when he goes to the bench, honestly, there is no drop off. The little freshman they got out there, number 32, I don't know your name, but hats off to you, big dog. I think next season and even the season after, if you stay for 3-4 years, he is going to be one of the Wooden Award Players of the Year before he graduates. He has all the talent in the world. I think once he gets a little more coordinated, gets some of that high school jitters out of him, he will be a monster off of the bench. He is an absolute doggy. Ooh. Come tournament time, I think he's going to be the superstar for this UConn team. I think Sanugo's going to get a lot of attention. Maybe even getting some foul trouble here and there. But I think when this backup comes in, he's going to take a lot of people by surprise. Started the season 14-0. Like I said, I thought they were the best team in the country. January, nope. They go on, like I said, they're 8-6 in conference play, which started in January. However, I think they're on a 3-game winning streak right now. I should have double-checked it. But they're heating up in February, getting back to their winning ways. Hopefully they can ride this momentum all the way through March. Only 6 weeks, maybe 7. 7 weeks, man. You play 7 weeks of dialed-in basketball, win you a national championship. You'll remember it forever, kids. Trust me. Tell the females you'll call them back. Tell your boy you ain't trying to play the game. I'm about to go work on some free throws. I'm about to go work on some conditioning. I'm about to go work on this baseline pull-up. You hear me? Baby hook. Work on some stuff, man. Get dialed in. This to everybody, but UConn specifically. Y'all got the talent to win a national championship, bro. They really do. I love this team. I'd be heartbroken and disappointed if this team did not make it to at least the Elite Eight. However, that's the beauty of March, baby. You never know what you never know. Marquette, right now projected as a 3 seed, 19-6, same record as UConn. However, 11-3 in Big East play. This Marquette team under Shaka Smart has taken the league by storm. They were not supposed to be this good, and they are. 11 turnovers to 17.6 assists. Love it. shooting the ball 50% from the field, 49.8 to be exact. 35% from the three-point line. This is what they need to improve. 71% from the free throw line. Can you get that to 75? Free throws win games in the tournament, man. Average about 35 boards, which is weird. They play a fast pace. They don't rebound too well. But wait, there's more. 9.5 steals per game, 3.6 blocks. One of the fastest paces in the league, 36 in the nation at pace. Scoring 81 points per game and only giving up 70.5. About a 10.5 point differential for the Marquette. I forgot the mascot. The Golden Eagles. That's a guess. Sorry, that's a guess. That's the guess. It's something golden, I think. Could be wrong. Don't judge me. Marquette. Offensive efficiency 11th in the nation. I didn't have the UConn's offensive defense. That's the one stat I forgot to grab. I can grab that for you real quick. We're just going to be going around in circles. And y'all are going to get a 50-minute show. So, who cares? It's Captain by a hook. Offensive efficiency, back to UConn right now for a second. Offensive efficiency 10th in the nation. I don't know how I missed any of this. They're 5th in the nation in offensive rebounding, 19th in the nation in guarding the three, 7th in the nation in allowing threes. Sometimes these stats are hard to read. But 10th in offensive efficiency and 33rd in defensive efficiency. Like I said, one of the best teams in the nation. I don't know why the heck they've been struggling through January so much. They had a stretch of 3 losses in a row. They had a stretch of 6 losses in 8 games in January. Yikes. Anyway, I just wanted to give that out. Offensive efficiency, defensive efficiency. Back to Marquette, whose offensive efficiency is right behind UConn's at 11th in the nation, averaging 1.14 points per possession. On defense, they give up exactly 1 point per possession at 143rd in defensive efficiency. These next couple stats are going to make you want to bet this team to win it all. But be wary, because once March comes, everything is scary. Woo! 23rd in turnovers. Amazing. 23rd in the nation at protecting the ball, and 20th in the nation at causing turnovers. So, they're going to win the turnover battle. That's a given. They're going to turn you over, and they're not going to give you extra turn shots, fast break, none of that. 3rd in effective field goal percentage at 57.04. 1st in 2-point field goal percentage. They run, they fill lanes, and they attack the paint. This team has no fear. Shaka Smart has given them all the answers to the test. Play defense, protect the ball, rebound, scoring to come automatically if you do those 3. Moving over to Xavier. Sean Miller, hats off. Big dog. One of the most, surprising teams of the season is Xavier Musketeers. 19-5, 11-2. 11-2 in conference play. Man, I got Providence and Marquette. 2 in the Big East. I wanted to take Xavier so bad. They were plus 800. I didn't take them. I thought I took them, but I didn't. I looked last night to see all the futures I had still alive, and I don't have them. But it's a shame. Xavier 11-2 in conference play. I think they can make it to the second round or the Sweet 16. Again, this is just me guessing, bro. You feel me? Right now, they're projected to be a 4 seed. I think they land around 4 to 6 on the bracket. I honestly don't know if they'll finish the season strong. They have 6 games left. I think they go 4-2 maybe. And I think the Big East tournament is going to UConn. So I don't know if Xavier drops because of that. However, this is my favorite stat by them: 21 assists. The first team I've broken down that has over 20 assists, 21 assists per game, 12.8 turnovers per game. This team shoots 50% from the field, 40% from three, and 72% from the free throw line. Magnificent shooting team. That's because they take good shots. Play at an above average pace. They are 108th in the nation as far as pace goes. Not too fast, not too slow. They have their own groove. Offensive efficiency is 20th in the nation at 1.14 points per game. Now, this is their Achilles heel. Not the best defensive team this season. 243rd in the nation at defensive efficiency. I should have wrote down. Their defensive stats was towards the back end, like 200 in the nation, 220th in the nation. There's only 355, 52 teams that's even on these rankings. So for them to be 243rd, 260, 280, not really a good look towards the back of the pack in all defensive categories. However, they are first in 3-point percentage. 40%, hard to beat that. I don't even think Steph Curry shoots 40% for all you kids who needed a visual. Seventh in effective field goal percentage in the nation. They average 84 points per game and only give up 76. So you scoring 84, you giving up 76. That means most of these games are pretty close, within 4 or 5 points going into the final stretch. From what I would guess, you knock a couple free throws down, turn it from a 12-point game to an 8-point game. But the defense, I think, is going to hurt them when it comes to the tournament. Yes, you can run and outscore teams, but you're going to run into some teams in this tournament that can run and score with you. So definitely going to need to pick the defensive up. They do a lot of misdirection action. They do a double screen on the right, but really the play is designed for this single back screen on the left. A lot of misdirection action. If you're looking at the wrong side, or if you're trying to help too much and anticipate a pass, you're probably going to get beat backdoor by your man. They have some one-on-one killers. One-on-one killers. If they need to go one-on-one, they will have the advantage on offense. And again, like I said, first in the nation in 3-point percentage. This team has some shooters ready to shoot. Like I said, Sean Miller is doing an amazing job over there at Xavier. Happy to see him bouncing back after whatever occurred at Arizona. You're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives, doing a deep dive into this March Madness. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might be bringing y'all the best March Madness coverage you'll ever get. I started this thing last week of January, breaking down every team to a T. If you listen to Captain by a Hook, you're going to do good when the tournament comes. Last team out of the Big East I want to touch on, maybe I don't know, this team, I might talk about this team a little too long. Creighton, the Jayhawks. McDermott has his people finally balling. They were the preseason favorite to win the Big East. However, they stumbled. They have a weird season, streaky season. I will get to that in a second. Don't want to jump ahead too much. They are 16-8. I know. 10-3 in the Big East. What is going on here? Last night they covered for me, put some money in my pocket. 11.5 turnovers to 16 assists. 47.3% shooting from the field, 35% from three, and 74% from the free throw line. Average 40 rebounds a game, 5 steals, and 4.6 blocks. Middle of the pack when it comes to pace. Average pace, they are 170th in the nation. Like I said, I think there's 355 or 352 or maybe 350 teams in these rankings. So 170th is literally right in the middle. Offensive efficiency, 63rd in the nation. Defensive efficiency, 62nd in the nation. Top 65 teams on offense and defense. That is huge going into the tournament. That means that they are on both ends of the floor. Probably going to be one of the top 50 teams. A lot of these teams, like I just told you about Xavier, great on offense, not the best on defense. Creighton, they are well above average in both defense and offense. Like I said, a team of streaks started the season 6-0, then lost 6 straight, 6-6 now. Won 3 straight, 9-6 now. Lose 2 straight, 9-8. Since then, won another 6 straight, bringing them to 15-8 at the moment. 16-8 at the moment. If you count last night, I'm guessing. Crazy. I guess they won 7 straight. Just a lot of ups and downs, man. That's why I kind of am worried about this team. They can easily go into the tournament and have one of those bad games where the bad stretches where they lost 6 straight and be out of there in the first round. I think they can make it to the Sweet 16. I don't want to say if they're lucky, but like I said, I don't trust this team as much as I want to. I don't trust this team as much as I like this team. One of my favorite teams right now in college basketball. I think they're heating up, though. I think they're getting into a rhythm. Like I said, 7 in a row, winners of 7 in a row. You don't do that in the Big East if you're trash. They have 5 players, all 5 of their starters averaging over 11 points, and I mean well over 11 points. Like, I think there's only one guy that's like 11.2. Everybody else is 12, 13, 14, 15. 5 guys you can go to, which makes the defense kind of, you got to guard everybody. You can't just focus in on 1 or 3 players. Second best team at not fouling. Not going to put you to the free throw line. 12th in defensive rebounding. 10th in guarding the 3. They're 19th in the nation in 2-point field percentage. And 30th in the nation at guarding 2-pointers. Like I said, man, this team, I like them the more I read these stats. 30th in the nation in turnovers, and they do not turn the ball over. So there you go. They're not going to foul you. They're one of the top 20 teams in shooting inside the 3-point line. They're one of the top 30 teams in guarding inside the 3-point line. 10th in the nation in guarding outside the 3-point line. 12th in defensive rebounding. 5 players that can give you buckets. I mean, they have the recipe to make a run in this tournament. There are a lot of people sleeper for like Final Four and stuff. I hate to use the term sleeper. I think this team can make it to the Sweet 16 though if everything goes well. However, they could have one of those bad stretches and get left on a stretcher. Oh my God. Just kidding. You are listening to Captain by a Hook with the Red Beard. Let's go ahead and get into this Thursday night slate on February 9th. This will be a little sloppy, mate. Off the top of my head, it's only one game. I know I'm sorry. Like I said, the Durant trade kind of jumbled up my morning. I usually get on here. I was handicapping last night, but I didn't like anything enough to take it last night. So I woke up, I was like, let me see how I feel. Boom. Woke up to the Durant trade, write an article, do this, do that. Finish up these breakdowns on these Big East teams. I had to finish Creighton and Xavier this morning. So I didn't get around to my picks, which is the main reason y'all are here, I'm sure. So I'm going to go over it live with you guys. Like I said, I did my handicapping last night. I just don't know exactly what I want or like. Iowa, +8 taking on Purdue. Honestly, I love Iowa +8. But somebody in the back of my head is telling me Purdue is winning this game by 40, and you know it. But Iowa, man, great scoring team. Big Ten basketball, baby. I don't see why the +8 would be a bad bet. I will stay away, however, from that. The over is 149. I think that's about right. Uh, when you're 50-50 on the over or the under, just stay away, you know? You got it's a Pac-12 night. I got to get to these late games to really talk some ball. Going through all these small schools. Ohio State minus 5.5 over Northwestern. I think that's a little big. I would lean towards that under 137 as well. However, also staying away from that game. Both of these teams, Northwestern and Ohio State, you never know who's going to show up. They could both show up and score 80, or they can both show up and score 43, honestly. Who knows? I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to be... I think both of these teams are going to struggle to get over 65, but I'm just going to stay away. I'm not going to force too many bets. I saw Oral Roberts last night at -8, and I loved it. Now they're at -9.5. Don't know how I feel about that one. Like I said, I liked them at 8. Who they playing again? St. Thomas. How could you not, though? Am I right? I don't know, man. I know Errol Roberts wins this game for sure. Part of me loves Oral Roberts, but part of me thinks this is a bad spot for them on the road going against St. Thomas. Sorry, I was reading this article. Just trying to see what's up with St. Thomas, but then I realized that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He has St. Thomas as -9.5 as the line, which is ridiculous because they're +9.5. I don't know. I'm going to stay away from that one too. I love Oral Roberts. I put 2 tickets in on them last week to make it to the Final Four. Of course, I wouldn't tell y'all that because it's probably guaranteed losers that this team makes it to the Final Four. Just a fun bet. I don't know. I got a lot of dumb and fun bets. I got Michigan to win it all. I got Florida to win it all. I got West Virginia to win it all. Providence to win it all, Michigan State to win it all, Syracuse to win it all. Just a bunch of dumb stuff, man. I got Florida Atlantic to make the Final Four. I don't know. Just some of these bets is just cuz, man. Just so I can say I did it. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that Oral Roberts St. Thomas game. It just feels like a bad spot. Oral Roberts 12-0 in conference play on the road against a team who's amazing at home. I'm just going to stay away from that one. I'm trying to get to these big Pac-12 games. That's the games I really want to focus on tonight. I knew I was going to go over 40 minutes. Gonzaga taking on San Francisco. Gonzaga -14. As much as I want to bet this, I just do not trust this Gonzaga team this season to cover. They'll probably win this game by 9, win this game by 11. The whole country who don't bet is going to be like, hey, Gonzaga's back, baby. But I need you to cover, bro. I'm used to the days of betting on Gonzaga -26 and going to sleep knowing I won. So I'm going to stay away from that one as well. UCLA -15 over Oregon State on the road. Honestly, I could see it. I could see UCLA winning this game by 17, 20. I'm going to put that in the bet slip. Might take it. I don't know for sure. Arizona State is the funny one. Arizona State went from +1.5 when I went to bed to +3.5 right now. I don't know if there's injury news that's going on with Arizona State or if people are just... I was about to say point shaving. The word has gotten out. Sorry. I'm hilarious, you guys. I hate when they do that, bro. I be trying to just type in the game and then do prediction. I don't need y'all's prediction, bro. I do my own shit. I just want to see the records, bro. Now I gotta look at football stuff because this Google don't know what the hell going on. I don't want to see football scores from August, bro. All right, I'm sorry. I hate the internet. I don't even know why I use the internet. And then I Google them and they don't bring up the records. I gotta click on the team 10 times to get a dang record. Oh my Lord Jesus. They make you never want to even do this. Like never want to use Google. I'm doing this to be quick. I usually use other stuff. All right, here we go. Arizona State 7-6 conference play. Stanford 4-8 in conference play. I don't see why Arizona State is. This is what I meant to type up. Basketball injuries. I don't see any injuries. I don't know, man. Arizona State plus 3.5. Let's ride it. Sun Devils, baby. I'm just so drained by even looking for that stuff. St. Mary's -8. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't know. I didn't bet no games last night because I didn't like them after spending 3 hours handicapping them. I don't know why I live on air right now. I feel like I'm going to find winners for you guys. I don't like none of these lines today. Arizona -18.5. I don't know, man. There is one game I'm about to get to that I think was fishy, and it's still fishy. USC plus 4.5 on the road at Oregon. However, I do get it. Oregon's one of the best February and March teams over the last 5 years. I'm gonna stay away from that one too. Even though I feel like this USC plus 4.5 is a setup. And last night the joke was, well, set me up then. But now I'm gonna stay away. I think the only two bets I'm gonna make tonight, give me Arizona State plus 3.5 taking on Stanford. Big spot for Arizona State. Stanford season is done, but Arizona State over there in Tempe, them Sun Devils, y'all still got a chance to dance, bruh. Y'all went from 6-1 to 7-6 conference play. Let's get it together tonight, man. Let's at least lose by 3 or less. But I'm gonna wait though. Let me give y'all some real advice. Arizona State, they moved from plus 1.5 to plus 3.5 overnight. You know what that means. By tip off, you could probably get this game at plus 4.5. I don't know what the word is on the street, but the word is bet Stanford. So I'm telling you not to do that. I'm gonna take Arizona State as late as possible. If it drops to 3 or 2.5, sorry, but I think this game gets to 4.5 just from the movement already. UCLA -15. Oregon State. I think UCLA dominates this game. Give me UCLA -15. Those are my two bets for today. Arizona State plus 3.5. UCLA -15. I cannot wait for some golf to kick off in a couple hours. You're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs. I got to get some commercials or some music on this show so y'all don't listen to me talk for 50 minutes straight. At least I could throw a commercial on that thing or something. I don't know. That probably was not what y'all want either. It's Captain by a Hook, man, with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs. I know I talked a lot today, but hopefully I gave y'all a lot of valuable information. See y'all guys tomorrow, where me and Jaden Chandler Parnell will give out at least 20 to 25 Super Bowl bets, because it's a Super Bowl weekend. Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs. Take all wagers at your own risk, and please Please gamble responsibly. I still haven't figured out how to say that smoothly. Dobbs.